Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of an Unqualified review. And we are going to be reviewing Drag Race Philippines Season 1, Episode 2. I am here with my co host,
Mel B. Well.
and she is here with.
Now it's your turn to say your name.
Oh,
And now it's your time to say your name.
Shawn is on, and we are here
Wow.
to bring you a Drag Race review. Now, we all love Drag Race and we all love reviews, but what if we hated those things and talked about art for a second? Next month, I'm going to be live streaming on Twitch at twitch.tv/ShawnIsOn. You can go there and catch me live, where I will be participating in this year's 2025 art fight on the team of the Crystals, as you can tell from this whole sort of crystal thing I got going on here. Here's my self-insert OC, who is
Oh, he's
someone
so
you
cute.
guys can draw. He's more news on my art fight, which you can find in the description. So make sure you're make suring. Now let's get on to your
Yeah,
regular
make sure.
scheduled. Make sure about it. Ugh,
Thank you. Scheduled advertisement.
of
Back to
course.
scheduled programming.
Thank you ads. Thank you 5 minutes.
Okay, so last time Minty Fresh won the Maxi Challenge
The
and
talent
Marina
show.
Summers won the Mini Challenge, right? Those are our winners so
Well,
far.
yes, yeah.
And there was some drama last week, which I think we start off the episode talking about a little bit. With turing had apparently, allegedly, said that Corazon
Allegedly.
should go home because she's a pageant queen and she doesn't like pageant queens. Also, she's annoying. And that this message was delivered through Precious Political and Brigading.
Yeah.
And
Well,
they
she's
just
just
started that
Can you
drama.
blame Brigading? She's just stirring.
The original stirrer.
The original stirrer.
Just like in Vampire Diaries, there's the original vampires and there's Stefan Damon. She is the original. The
If
original
you
stirrer,
kill
actually.
Brigading, thousands of vampires will die.
All the stirrers will die if you kill her.
All the dings will die.
Yeah, so that was a crazy bit of drama, which came back a little bit
A
in
tiny
this
bit.
week.
Because it's like the way. Because what was craziest for me is in Untucked, we saw them setting up this thing where they're like, yeah, Turin was just like, Corazon is not shit. This was Brigading and Precious Paula just sort of stirring stuff, but like, it clearly came from a real place, a real face. Well, let's talk about the two-facedness of it all. A real place, because in the confessional, we hear Turin going on and on about Corazon and how she doesn't think she belongs to be here as a pageant girl.
Yeah, I think she said that she's a little bit annoying, kind of annoying, if I recall
I was about to
correctly,
say that.
which
She
is
said she's hella annoying, like annoying.
hella. What are we like in Life is
Hella.
Strange? Why are we saying that?
Listen, Max, you need to take your life powers and rewind it to before you put that bullet in my skull.
Wow, we should tag this for Life is Strange spoilers and Vampire Diaries spoilers, I guess. In case you
And
haven't
Snape
watched
dies.
that. Snape.
Well, doesn't he
Dumbledore
die
dies
too?
on page 667.
Harry Potter, did you put your name in the goblet of fire? And let us be clear.
Dumbledore said calmly.
We don't support that woman or any of the products, and I'm not watching that new thing she's putting on Netflix.
What, the HBO rewrite?
That is. Like where it's like that Tom Felton guy's coming back. I know that's really
Tom
shocking for you.
Felton.
What's his name?
Tom Felton.
Tom
Put some
Felton.
respect on Tom Felton's name.
Well, I won't because he's going back
Wait, is
to
he
work
actually
for
coming
that
back?
woman. Yeah.
I thought he was. No, last I heard he was on Broadway.
No, he's coming back to work on another project for her. And it's specifically
Okay.
because he supports her that she's like, yes, I will let you be in my project.
No, the problem is he's just a really weird individual. And people online are like, he's like way too attached to his character as Draco. And people like are very weirded out by him, and we don't claim him. I'm a speaker on behalf of the Hermione community.
Thank you. And I'm glad
Not
we could clear
sponsored by
the air
Hermione.
because I was like, I was a
No,
little bit.
he's a bit weird. We don't claim him.
We don't. All right, but we do claim this episode of Drag Race and all the drama that comes with it.
Absolutely.
So
Okay.
they come in, they de-drag. We find out that Patrick Star, you know Patrick Star.
Starfish?
No, not him.
That's a trick question.
You don't Patrick. She it's beauty. It's beautiful. She
Yeah,
does.
I'm aware Patrick Star, both
You're
the
right.
fish and the beauty.
Okay, and the beauty. They come in and they get right down to it. Turin is like, well, actually, yes, I do think you're annoying, and I do think I'm not used to Corazon yet, and that's because she's annoying in my eyes.
So fun. She's so real for that, though. I don't find Corazon particularly annoying, so I don't know where that's coming from.
Like, if I put my bangs down here, I am Corazon.
I mean, the energy was a bit too much when she walked in. She was like, "I've won everything I've ever entered," and then she started listing everything. That was a bit much, but maybe there was a lot we didn't see.
Because
But
like when
I
Nymphia
get.
Win came in, she said, "I win a lot of things." She didn't start listing the things she's won.
I know. Well, Nymphia was kind of just an underdog the whole time,
You
or
thought she
she
was
had
an
like
underdog? Comment down below if you
she
thought
had.
Nymphia Wind was an underdog.
Okay, well, underdog as in like people underestimated her. I feel like, or she was
I
very good at like not. She was very good at not overselling,
at hiding
and
her
if she had
strengths.
exactly, she had her strengths and she kept her cards close to her chest. So every time something happened, everyone would be like, "Oh my god, I didn't see that coming." She didn't say she was a great dancer. She was like, "Oh my god, I'm so scared about this challenge. I'm not really good at this kind of thing, guys."
Five,
And
six,
then,
7, 8.
and
Touch,
then she
touch, touch,
would,
touch, touch.
yeah,
Mm.
just owned it.
Have you
But
heard the new
Corazon's
Katseye
kind of
album?
no, I haven't.
You need to get on that.
Probably do.
hmm we would be here all day if we were talking about Katseye, but we want to talk about Turin's undying hatred and annoyance in Corazon. And, ladies and gentlemen, the iPad was horizontal.
Mhm.
I saw the
Ladies and
pictures. Those
gentlemen,
tights were ripped in the back.
the volume on this bus is astronomical. I hate my brain. I hate that I see. Is it Venus or they pronounce it slightly different? Venus, Venus,
Vinas Deluxe?
Venus Deluxe. I might be saying it wrong, but every time I see her, I'm just like, the volume on this bus, just it's far too loud.
The volume on this
And
bus?
I wish I could stop. I wish I could stop. I'm gonna try,
hmm
but
But we can't. But we can't because we're just people, you know? And sometimes the volume on this bus is too loud. Okay, you want
oh,
to talk about greasy poles?
now one thing the Philippines Drag Race does right is mini challenges. They'll just be
Yes.
doing whatever they want. Last week they took shrooms basically and turned into superheroes. This week they're just climbing poles to get the flag. It's a greasy, slippery, really tall pole, and they all have to climb up
Happy Pride
and get
Month.
the flag in the shortest amount of time.
And
And
let's
it's
just say there were some very rude remarks made.
oh yeah. Do we get into the rude things that were said and
Well,
the
let's
shaming that takes place on this show?
let's touch them.
Okay. So Turing had her turn and someone had called her a roasted pig. And then she got down and then Mama Pao was like undercooked.
Screaming, and she said it was undercooked because she didn't make it all the way up there.
Yeah, that's insane.
Screaming.
And then
You
later
can't say that, mama.
when Rahul Laurel comes in, spoilers guys, and
Spoilers.
critiques their outfits and gives it advice, he was like, "Well, you want to minimize. You got to not put too many flowers on the waist. You want to minimize that. You know, you don't want to draw too much attention to how large you are." It's like this is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's
It
just
was it was crazy. They called her
like
a
yes,
pig on a spit.
A roast that they called a lechon. That's crazy.
They called her Lechonk, the Generation 9 Pokemon. That was nuts. That was like in season 7 when they called Ginger Minge in like a white leather Elphys look. They said she's the other white meat. You know what that means?
No.
The other white meat is pig.
Oh. Damn. Well, that's mean.
And I'm like, does pig meat even look that white?
No, it doesn't. I don't think so.
It's more of a red.
Mm-hmm.
It's more of a bacon. The other, and we're just gonna continue on. So yes, the winner of this challenge ends up being Corazon, who really embodies a monkey, I suppose, is what everyone says.
Yeah, she was able to climb it really fast in like 5 seconds, I think they said it was, which was very impressive.
5 seconds to get up a greasy pole.
And she
I
hung on up there too, just for fun.
And then started wailing, hollering. So as the winner of this, excuse me.
Gosh,
That was so
bless you,
unladylike of
sister.
me. Not too much, sister. Corazon gets to come out and go through all the supplies because this week's maxi challenge is a design challenge in which you will dress yourself up in flowers. The goal of today is to put yourself in flowers.
And I think they also designed those arches that the pit crew carry on down the arc.
I thought that was the same
Down the
arch
runway.
every time.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I thought they did do something. Perhaps not.
I don't know why they needed the crew behind them every time.
I'm not sure. I don't know why they couldn't just have put it at the back of the stage, just
Have
as
them
they
walk
come out,
through
and
it.
it's like, yeah, I don't know.
I guess
They
some of
just
them
wanted
couldn't
the
fit
pit.
through it.
They just wanted the pit crew for some decoration.
That was not shade at Turon. I would never buy.
I was gonna say, I just got that. I was like, wait a second.
No, like 'cause some of the
That was
girls had
insane.
costumes who jutted out at the sides. So you see, she has 15 seconds to go in, and she takes a lot of things. And you know, being the girl who had 15 seconds early to pick up all your stuff, and what she ends up with, let's just say, was
It was too much, sister.
Where are the flowers? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So they come in here. We get a little bit of xilouhette being like, yes, they were drag queens from the Philippines. The challenge was to represent the Philippines with our dress. Like, what?
Yeah, she kind of just disagreed with the critiques of last episode.
And honestly worked.
Yeah.
You better have an opinion. Some girls don't have an opinion, and it shows. The volume.
You gotta quiet the inner demon that you have when you see him. I'm working on it.
Oh my god, I just drooled everywhere.
Astronomical.
The volume in my mouth is astronomical. So, I don't... Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Do you have his name?
Rahul Laral.
How do you...
Rahul Laral.
Rahul comes in. And this is the first time we see him in Drag Race Philippines history, despite us personally having a very long history with him.
Yeah, we are time travelers. We've seen him before.
He looks at us in surprise, and we say, "Mama, this is trash."
I mean, I was underwhelmed with his advice to the queens, because Mama Pao asks him, "Well, what is your advice for working with unconventional materials?" And he's like, "Just be yourself."
Just
like,
be
no.
yourself.
Like that's not helpful at all. Actually,
flowers to like hide that hideous body of yours.
But literally, he was really just saying that, just like in a nicer way, obviously. But he was like, "Oh, we gotta be careful. You don't want to draw too much attention."
There's something unsightly about the shape of your body. Have you considered trying to hide it?
Insane.
Any queens in this? I mean, I really truly want to say, while this was happening and they were in the workroom, you got such a little look at what they were working on that you like. I really did not understand what their looks were until they got to the runway. And sometimes when they're doing a design challenge, you can sort of see like the
Mhm.
thought process in a lot of it. But all I really got on thought process was we got a shoulder piece from Minty,
Yep.
uh, and we saw Corazon's Chekhov's gun. Let's just call it that.
Just say that. There's room for everyone.
Oh, speaking of the gun. And the
And
craziest
the
part
boom boom
is she
gun.
goes, "Yeah, I'm going to work with this material no one else is working with." They go to the next
Mhm.
girl. I think it's Minty and she's working with the same material.
Funny.
Oh, is this Brigading?
That's a brigading, yeah.
Brigading uses the material. And we'll get into Miss Stirring. Oh,
He's just stirring.
hashtag Drag Race PH. Check your levels. Oh, it's Philippines. I just got that.
No.
No?
Tell me that's not what you just got that. Oh.
It seems like she's only got a few flowers.
Oh, here they are talking shit about Miss what's her name? Venus Deluxe,
The volume.
saying that the volume, saying that her look isn't great because there are too many leaves and there are not enough flowers. And it's like, what?
That's like so dumb because if you like looked at this challenge and took away all the leaves, you have the girls who come out in a corset or a girl who
Mhm.
comes out in a metal cage. Like all of the volume in most of these looks, like the good looks on this runway come from the looks that use leaves in a bundling way to give it some form, some structure.
Exactly. You can't just cut some flowers off and glue it on and call it a look, but
Hmm.
that's what some of these looks are, unfortunately.
Especially when like the idea and theme of this runway is like a flower festival.
Mhm.
You want to give a carnival look, which is what she's going for with this like sort of peacock butt. And the other girls went for very chill. And let's just say, don't people don't go to the parade, to the carnival, to the festival to chill.
Uh-uh.
Of course, there's bullying. This was the moment where like everything got really serious. And who's ever working on the soundtrack, the OST of Drag Race PH, they really know how to just like swap a scene quickly. Let's just say that. They've got some
Yeah,
soundtracks under their belt. Okay, how do you feel about
yeah.
this look?
I enjoy the butterfly eleganza. Pretty. I
Eleglanza.
forget. I forget who she credited, but they did a great job.
They ate.
I always love what she wears. She always has a fun silhouette.
Mm-hmm. And especially when like you're the host of a Drag Race franchise, you want your looks to be really cool because when they like gift you for memorable moments, you want to look stunning.
RuPaul.
Oh, I accidentally pressed zero, but not the World of Wonder coming up when you say that to like sh- Big Brother's watching. Big Brother's watching. Let's just say that. Um. So I wanted to. How do you feel about Khaled Karen's up top?
The little bit I can see, I'm eating it.
Mm-hmm.
Kelly Karen always can do no wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I
Ariana
love her.
Grande.
Yeah, who's the Ariana Grande on this show?
Jiggly looking stunning. I love this hair on her.
Mhm.
Ooh yeah. Look at those like butterfly wings down. Ah. Okay, so I guess we don't get to look at anyone, but then me, hey, do you know what time that is for us then? You know what time that means it is for us?
It's already time to bring it to the runway. The runway is
Already.
the challenge.
Yeah, wait, this was like quick.
It's because what else happened?
Well, all the stuff in Untucked, which we can't talk to until we
Well,
talk about the.
Well,
Talk about the
let's
runway.
do the runway, and then we'll talk about
And then we'll talk
the
Untucked.
placements.
And then we'll talk placements, and then we'll talk Untucked.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. So today we are starting with Corazon.
You always give me the weirdest order ever. Okay. What is? How do we sum this up? It's too much, sister.
I don't think
Is
that's
that a
one of
good
our
way
options we vote on.
to?
Too Much Sister is a new category.
I think my category is I go up to the chef and I tell them it's too much. I'm sending it back.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I
like,
mean, I don't know. I don't know if I'm actually sending it back. Like, I think there is definitely way too much going on here. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, what? What am I looking at? And I don't see enough flowers, and I don't really. Oh, like what is taped or glued on the front? They look like
ribbon?
sewing,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
like
sewing equipment. Jiggly
ribbons.
said she took all the sewing equipment and put it on her dress so no one else could use it. Sabotage.
Like, what is that? And I like the skirt moment happening behind her.
And you know what sucks?
Mhm.
You can tell, like, you can see that she tried to do this where she took the ribbon and tried to interlace it between the metal caging.
Yeah.
I think she should have gone naked. Because we find out that the dress she brought from home.
Oh, I totally forgot about the. We saw in the preview that someone had cheated,
And this
and
is
I
what it
totally
was.
forgot up until this moment. But
The
yeah,
thing
I
is,
don't.
like, I really like the caged elements.
I do too. I just don't like the decorations. I don't like anything else. I think it was a great idea to go with the cage, but just it lacked. It didn't really fit the theme.
I feel like if she used the fronds that she used on the lining of the bottom of the tail of the cage, used it more like to cover herself maybe a bit more modestly because like okay, let's design this as if you're not going to have that dress underneath. You have some elements that you can use and then it'd be like this really like pretty flower. I mean, how did you have 15 seconds at the beginning and not grab enough flowers? How do you not have enough? How do you like as the person who had the advantage, this is a flower challenge. Why is this sewing equipment on her? Like it's those ideas rattling in my brain when I'm trying to like the thought process. I'm like, how did we get to a big ribbon? Such how did you with the advantage lose like this?
Yeah.
Because losing like this, lose that sounded so serious. I didn't mean it to sound like that. I just mean like the main comment she got was not enough flowers, and I'm like, how? Because we see her grab so many flowers in that little thing.
I know.
Where did they go? Did she feel bad for the people and give it out? Did she throw them in the garbage so the people just wouldn't have them? Like, where? I need a report on the missing flowers. Where do they go?
No, it's bizarre.
And
Yeah,
for that,
I'm
I'm
sending
sending it
this
back to
one
the
back.
chef.
Yeah, I'm sending it back with a note on my plate that says too much.
I'm sending it back with a note that says how, and then on the
Oh.
back when he flips it over, it says why.
It's a note that says I ordered flowers,
Where are
not
the flowers?
ribbons.
And then you turn the note around and the flowers are there and you go, oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay. Can I just say it? The main reason I wanted us to do Drag Race Philippines in the beginning was because of this one clip of her going, where are the flowers? Oh, okay. That is the whole reason we started this. So we can get to this moment.
oh, really?
Yeah. Like dead
It was a
ass.
good moment, though. It was a really good moment from Mama Pao.
That was the moment that I knew that was when I fell in love with Drag Race Philippines.
It wasn't I'm just stirring
Well,
or any of
that
the
came
other mini
later.
challenges.
That came later. Like this is like the first clip of Drag Race Philippines I'd ever seen.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
All right, let's continue on to Gia,
Gigi?
Gigi,
Yeah. Yeah, Gigi era.
Gigi era.
Yeah,
Is
I don't
it's so rude to be like, is that drag queen's name a joke?
I
But
don't
like, is it a
know. I don't
pun?
think so. I don't hear a pun. but it could also be something in Tagalog. Probably not, but
Comment
I'm
down
not sure.
below. Let us
What?
know.
Again, this is another note that says how and why. Because what's happened? Like, what was the vision? It looks like she's just wearing. I don't know. It just looks like she's wearing the padding, and then she hot glue gunned. It looks like some flowers around her waist and on the bra.
Well, no,
But
she
then she
sewed
said she
this.
sewed. She sewed. So what? Where is the sewing that's been sewed? What
So
is
like the
this?
tights with the jewels on it definitely came from home, right? She did not have the time to. Well, maybe she did have the time to sew those jewels. I mean, look at the rest of the outfit.
What was she doing with all the time that she had?
Hmm.
I'm not
Like
sure. I
someone
don't. I
said, her
don't.
pussy is just out.
Yeah. Okay, but like, if she had the time, if she'd had unlimited time, well, what would this have looked like? I don't really understand what the vision was. Was it supposed to all be like flowers all the way down? Was
When
it
she
like
said
what?
that she like usually makes garments with her partner, and that's why it took. She was like thinking of her partner when she was making this look, and that's why like it turned out like that. I'm like, what?
Yeah, she was just on stage, just giving a bunch of
Excuses one after the other.
excuses. It was wild, and she ran out of time. It was too ambitious. It's like, yeah, but it's a challenge. You have to factor all that in. You have to
Mm-hmm.
realize, oh, I don't have a partner here. I have to do this myself in the time that I have, and it's part. Your time management is part of the challenge as well. So clearly, she fell short there. And I don't see the vision. And there's nothing I like other than everything, like the neck up. I like her hair, I like her makeup, but I don't know what the outfit is supposed to be. So I'm sending it back.
It's just so beautiful that Gigi was able to walk so that Lexi Love could run. Cause like Gigi was pregnant with Lexi here. Yeah, I don't like it either. I'm sending it back. I don't see the vision. I see the unhappy face with her boobs and her belt. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Even the outfit looks upset to be here. Why is there a yellow flower in her hair and no yellow flowers in the rest of her garment?
Oh, I didn't notice that. Takes me out. It's
Next up
bizarre.
is Lady Morgana. Love this look actually.
This is cute.
This is, like they said, this is a festival, flower festival, flower festival, flower festival.
Hmm.
And you
I
know
love
what?
the
I think
really.
they actually, you're right. It is different arches in the back, and the girls it looks
Okay.
like designed them to go with their outfits.
Okay. I don't think they critique those arches,
No, they didn't.
but I don't know. So I guess that's one thing to consider as well, that they had to take the time to do that in addition to the outfits.
I think arches should always come
Um,
last.
yeah, you think so. But maybe Gigi was working on that arch more than anything else. I don't know.
I want
Oh,
you
the
to
arch
know
doesn't look
this
like.
arch is like stick, fabric wrapped around it, and like a bouquet on top.
Okay. Maybe that's not what she was doing. I don't know. We'll never know what she was doing with the
We'll
time
never
that she
know
had.
until we
I
get the
mean,
director's cut.
yeah, I don't know.
Speaking
This
of
I like.
cut,
I like the bold red hair here, and it
mm-hmm.
goes well with the color on her chest. I like the little
She's got little butterflies on her
feathery.
shoes.
Oh, it's cute too.
She took the butterflies and then glued them to her shoes so they match. Like this is a good look. Like I love the beads coming on front of her pussy. I love the fronds. Like this is flowers. I wanted flowers. I got flowers. I wanted a beautiful, bright sort of like experience, and Lady Morgana did not fail with this. I was a little surprised that she was just safe, to be honest.
Yeah, there were some good looks and some bad looks, so I understand it. This was okay for me. I'm gonna leave it on my plate.
I'm gonna eat it. I think it's really nice. I love the texture. Next up, Marina Summers.
I think the first thing I said when I saw this is that it was just giving Georges
Well, gorgeous like
in that
Georges.
um in that one challenge where I think it was a design challenge where she just had the star shapes. And everyone was like, "Girl, you just cut a hole in it and then put it on, and that's your outfit. Like it only works because you're cute. And I kind of feel that same way from Marina here, and I don't even think it's cute
This is her
either.
brand. It's consistency.
I'm not saying it doesn't go with her brand. It's just I
See,
don't
and this is why
love.
Brigading will never have a brand.
Yeah, to this day, I don't know what Brigading's brand is.
What's Brigading and what's Brigading's? Because Marina Summers' brand is Summer. That was so funny. That like Marina's brand is Summer, Brigading's brand is Stirring. No, because like if you ask me what, I'm sorry we're talking about Brigading on Marina Summers, but if you ask me what Brigading's like whole thing was, I'd say it was to stir the pot. Like what else has she done?
Yeah, it does feel that way so far.
But Georges, I mean Marina Summers is in a lovely two-piece. I mean Kimmy Couture from Drag Race Canada is in a lovely two-piece. Yeah, I mean it. I mean she does make it work because she's beautiful, but I'm gonna leave it on my plate.
I'm setting it back. It doesn't do anything for me whatsoever.
Ooh, mama. The ASMR guys are gonna love that. All right, moving on. Love you, Marina. We have minty fresh,
Devouring. Compliments to the chef.
cocking the chef off.
This is gorgeous.
Every
I love
time
how
I hear
edgy it
minty
is.
fresh, I think of Sminty Fresh from UK.
I like how it's
No reaction.
it's
She has
so
no clue who that woman is.
No, I don't. You're right. I never heard of that woman in my entire life.
I could be seeing that woman on the street, and God bless her, I don't know who she is.
No, I wouldn't. But
I love the
Miss Minty
stockings.
Fresh, they're so cute. Did she like?
They
Wait,
look like
I
they're
thought she was.
coverings.
Could she have sewn that? Like, was she? She's a design queen, right? She's a fashion
Yeah,
queen. I can't recall if she had
she's a
glued
fashionista.
stuff or if she sewed it. Cause how would you have glued?
She's the Kiana of the season.
Hmm.
Well, I don't know if
I
she
just
can
love.
dance like Kiana, but she can like design like she can.
Mhm. Like when she was explaining the vision for this look, I had no idea what it was gonna look like. I was like, okay, go off. I don't know what you're saying, but I'm sure it's gonna be cute.
And
This
it
is
is.
adorable. I like it
She
a lot.
looks
I
like
love the hair.
a bunch of flowers growing on a windowsill, and it has like the little wood. What do you call that? Trellising?
When when it
The little
has.
trellis? Beautiful, gorgeous, sucking the cock of the guy who
Mhm.
made this.
Mhm.
Next up, well, did you like this too? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm eating it.
Next up, we have. Is this Pressure Paula? No.
Um, yeah, Precious Paula Nicole.
You're right. Yep. I'm sorry. I got her look and Venus's look confused for a second because it's so much
No,
greenery.
no, Venus' look is on a whole other level.
Oh, damn. She said, Paula, you'll never be shit. You never been shit. Like, do never come for the volume on this bus.
Like I had said for Marina Summer she was giving Georges. This is giving Vanjie. This is Vanjie's
Miss
Vanjie.
Vanjie, bitch.
Miss that's her walking away look. Was that also literally a flower runaway as
That was
well?
Barbie's.
Okay. But she had flowers on like
That was
glued to a
a
crystal.
drag on a dime thing where they all had like a bunch of like toys and stuff they had to turn into outfits, and she got a bunch of Barbies, but she did have some flowers on it too.
Okay, well this makes me think of that look.
She
Where
stitched she glued flowers on her tights.
I mean, I like that. That's cute. It's
It's
just not
cute.
cute. I think I agree with the critiques that it's just she's kind of lost in there.
And that's crazy because she didn't even get critiqued.
Did you get critiqued?
Did she get
I thought
critiqued?
she was one of the tops or bottoms.
There's
They said
no
that
way she was in the bottom.
well, she wasn't the bottom. She was like a safe.
Yes, if she was safe, she was out of there, girl.
No, but she was like high safe.
And who's on first? I'm gonna leave this on my plate.
Same here.
Next up, we have turing.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how you said when she came out, you're like, oh, you like pants, right? Those are
I
not
thought
pants.
those were pants.
She's wearing a skirt.
If those were pants, I would have ate this.
I would have considered eating it if it were pants. I love a good pair of pants. But this is like, how's happening here?
I don't know, man. It look her frongs in the front look all bent out of shape too. I mean,
No.
it's bras and it's a skirt.
Yeah. What else can you say?
Mm-mm.
I'm
I
sending it
love
back.
that girls will do like a whole floral runway and put on a red wig for no reason.
Yeah, what's with the red wigs?
They're like, I'm Poison Ivy. I'm like, okay, so Poison Ivy loves red flowers. Where are the red flowers? Yeah, I'm just gonna leave this. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna have to send this one back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you want to talk about something that has a little bit of flavor to it. Something has a little bit of flowers. Something has a bit of little shape to it. I'm in love with
Yeah.
this look. I'm actually highest regards because it really is minty fresh and her. If it was a lip sync for the win, I would have had them like compete.
Yeah, I totally agree. This looks so polished.
It
And
looks like
again,
she
why were the
bent the leaves into frame, like she was in the forest and made this.
yeah, how the hell did she make this? Like all the other girls were just
No fabric.
what were they talking about? How did you make this out of leaves?
You, I love
Insane.
when someone goes into a non-conventional materials challenge. No fabric. Where's the fabric? All the other girl, like the other girls' outfits, like they had dresses, they had stuff like that. When you, because in Drag Race they have like two kinds of design challenges. They'll give you like if they want you to use a bunch of fabric, they'll give you a bunch of fabric. But if they want you to use like the stuff, they'll give you more of the stuff. So here, she used more of the stuff. Unless you're Bob the Drag Queen and you use the cardboard of the books and they say that you didn't embrace the material.
Or your corazon, you just bring your own dress from home.
Or you're Hershey Le Courgette and just wear a pair of pants on the rack.
That too much.
Not too much, sister. I mean, like, the fucking. Ooh, I swore. That's how good this look makes me feel.
Also, the arch is awesome.
Oh yes, it's to the T, baby. I want
Like,
to say because I'm physically enamored with the pink and white, like right above the boobsies. It just
looks
and then
beautiful.
it's the intricacy. Like it. I'm sorry. Why do I have no words to explain? Like it's actually gobsmacked me how much I like this look.
Compliments the chef.
Compliments to the chef. I kept interrupting you. Did you have something you wanted to say?
Um, what was I gonna say? I mean, I think when the arch isn't great, you kind of just don't notice it. It's whatever. It just fades into the background. But this is actually very pretty. It complements the
Mm-hmm.
look really well.
It compliments the chef on its own.
Hmm.
She puts the compliments on the chef, or else she gets the hose again. Next up, we have Xilouhette.
Well, it's a very silhouette look.
Was she in the
Very
bottom
on
for this?
brand.
No, she was safe.
You're safe. I think that's a fair judgment.
Yeah, it's an
She
interesting
didn't
enough dress underneath that it looks like she made.
not many flowers.
Yeah, more flowers than the least flowered girl.
Yeah, for sure.
Which you always want to be more flowered than the least flowered girl.
100%.
And that's not in a sex way. If you want to be promiscuous, go nuts. You know that analogy of like the deflowering and all that?
Yep.
You know, You ever feel like a chewed up piece of bubble gum?
Not usually.
What was it? Did you have a specific one they taught you in school? Because we didn't have the same health ed class.
Like, what do you mean?
Did the
Like a
teachers?
thing for abstinence?
Yeah. Did you have a weird teacher who was like, okay, guys, so like, you don't want to have a lot of sex because if you have a lot of sex, it makes you less valuable as a woman.
Honestly, I don't remember. I probably repressed it because it was weird.
No, because you're actually so right.
Like, I don't. How am I supposed to know?
That's not a me problem.
I definitely remember gym class being super awkward when they're trying to show us how to put a condom on. They had like a what do you call it? They had a wooden thing called Woody, and they put the condom on it. And they were like, "This is how you do it, guys." And it was traumatic, very
That's
traumatic.
awful.
You were
Why didn't they have a sock named like Matilda or something? Well, not Matilda. That's a little too close to what we're doing right now. Why didn't they have a sock called Lucy LaDuca that they showed you how to put your a female condom
not Lucy LaDuca.
in?
Why
Feels more
would you do that
appropriate.
to her?
Feels more appropriate.
I'm
What
so
do you mean
sorry,
by that?
Silhouette.
Hmm?
Why is this on? Why is this all on Silhouette's look? Sorry.
Something about Zillow's look is just like how sad the flowers look.
They do look like they've died, and
Why are they all
they're
positioned
on
to be
someone's
facing the floor?
they're just on someone's final resting place.
She does.
It's
This
quite sad.
wig is something else, right?
Yeah, a lot.
Like unstyled, crimped, being attached to
What?
all. It's getting stuck on all the flowers. Yeah, I'm sending this one back actually.
Oh, I'm
I
leaving
think
it.
the dress
I'm
itself underneath is cute.
yeah, I agree.
What
I'm
was your
fine with it.
verdict?
I stan a goth queen, so I'm gonna keep it. Keep picking at it, leaving on my plate.
I was also like purple lipstick.
Mm-hmm.
Like why not a dark red?
No clue.
Next up, we have. Is that Brigading? You said
Yeah.
this was a very Candy Muse. No, you said this one was Vanjie.
I take that back. It was definitely Precious. It was more Vanjie. I mean, this is also gives Vanjie as in Vanjie always wears a corset
hmm
in that
It's a
season.
leotard.
Yeah, whatever. Leotard. You know what I mean?
She made a whole talent show
Uh,
production. She said, "I wear leotards, Michelle."
that was good. She was like top 2 in the season, wasn't she?
Yeah, she did.
That was a very weird
hmm
timeline.
Honestly, there's something about that season that's like we need to like wait a year, watch it back, and like maybe it's kind of an iconic season.
Maybe.
Anyway, Brigading, just stirring.
I mean, I like this look. It just doesn't give me. I have nothing special to say about it.
The pink panties underneath are crazy.
That is pretty bold, yeah.
She's like, my look is so cool. It's asymmetrical. She just got one prong, one big leaf prong that coming diagonally out of the skirt.
Yeah, I wouldn't call this asymmetrical.
Well, the top is like she's positioned the flowers to be like one boob, and then one other boob is like white flowers, and then the top is just. I don't know why the top looks like that. She
Yeah,
looks
I
like
don't
a
know.
bouquet. I'll give her that. She looks like a paper bouquet. If that's the look, she did it.
Yeah, yeah, cute.
You want to talk about her drama?
Uh, yeah, in Untucked. Oh, yes, last episode they introduced this drama between who was it?
Turing and
Brigading.
Corazon.
Well, there was that drama, but there's also the drama between Brigading
You're
and
right. You're right. You're
Marina
right. You're right.
and Minty Fresh, where I don't really quite understand the
I
drama,
th-
but from what do you understand it?
so, from what I understand, Marina Summers and Minty Fresh have some sort of like assorted beef in the past. It's still like a very touchy, sore subject for them. So like when people talk about it, you still see them like even now like in Untucked, they're not like buddy buddy. There's like definitely some space between them. Like everyone like sort of like cools it off except Brigading, who keeps bringing up like shit, and we find out that there was a show that Brigading hosted, and she sent out the question she was gonna ask everyone ahead of time, and Marina Summers sent Brigading like talked to Brigading and made sure one like she's like please do not ask this question like I'm letting you know so you know that this question is a sore subject for me and it will not end well. And Brigading goes ahead and asks that question anyway at the event she's hosting where Marina Summers and Minty are both there to stir and she's like even admits herself, I'm just stirring, it's not my drama, it doesn't matter that I'm just stirring it. And it's like she's completely not seeing the part of it where by stirring it she's making it like she is now becoming a participant in the drama by perpetuating it.
Yeah, it was really weird because she kept going back and forth between with Minty Fresh being like, just let it go and don't let it bother you.
You're so
Like, why are you
sensitive.
so sensitive? Yeah, why are you so sensitive about it? It wasn't even like chill out. And everyone else is like, she's not being sensitive. You're being insensitive,
Eva
which
LaQueen
is
one liner ate that.
yeah, 100%. Just apologize and move on.
And,
Why
th-
are
and that's the thing,
you?
because she like was apologizing, but it was definitely no apologies where she was willing to take any like accountability on herself. She's just like, sorry, you're feeling that way the entire time. She's
Yeah,
just sorry you're feeling that way. Sorry you're feeling that way. I'm just stirring. This has nothing to do with me, so I don't know why you're angry with me. Why you're taking it out on me. Like that was her whole perspective the entire time. Like why am I currently under fire? Like this drama is between you and Marina. So why does me bringing it up? Like why is that a problem?
yeah, bizarre.
Bizarre. And everyone in the room saw it. And there was a beautiful scene where Brigading is like back to Eva LaQueen, uh, and she's talking to Minty about this whole drama, repeating exactly what I was saying, like how she was going on. And you see Eva LaQueen behind Brigading going like she's lying, like just mouthing it to the camera, to everyone else. She's lying, like she's so full of herself, and you could see it in the moment where she was doing that. Like her words, but her words showed the kind of character she was in that moment. In that moment.
Mhm. Well, we definitely see where Zimba Ding gets it from. Where the stirring
You said
is
something
just stirring.
crazy. You were
Mhm.
like, I can't believe Zimbading is more mature than Brigading.
Oh, that and also just Minty Fresh being like 18 and they're like Minty Fresh is clearly in the right in this moment where she's like just let it go. Why do you keep bringing it up? And then Brigading just keeps going back and being like, why are you so sensitive? Why are you so sensitive? Why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself? And
She's like,
it's
that's the
like
problem with the drag in the Philippines, is that everyone is too sensitive.
just chill out. You're literally fighting with an 18-year-old and
That's
you are in the
that's
wrong.
crazy. like, and then
They're graduated high school just now.
mm-hmm. Brigading like then goes up to I think she goes up to Gigi, who's in the bottom, trying to listen to the song. She goes up, Brigading goes up to Gigi. She goes, "Can you believe that thing?" And, Gigi takes out her headset. I wasn't listening. What are you guys talking about? Because Brigading is immediately trying to go to someone to get like some backing to be like, "Can you believe how unreasonable that person's being?"
No, you're clearly in the wrong.
So in the wrong. So in the wrong,
So
Donkey
silly.
Kong. And for that, I'm sending this look back because it looks like your personality stirring.
Ooh. But what is her personality? What is her brand?
What is her brand? Because what is Brigading's? Because Brigading is also mad in that she is safe. Because she thinks she shouldn't have been in the top for this look. So she comes to Untucked and she said, well, when they called my name and your name, I thought we were the tops and the bottoms. And I thought me and Eva were the tops. Me and Eva were the tops. And you three were the bottoms. And she looked at xilouhette. She looked at who else was there? Eva LaQueen. Well, no, she
Marina?
said Eva LaQueen. It was Marina. She said Marina was in the bottom with xilouhette and Morgana. And I'm crazy because like you're nuts, lady. Like what are you talking about?
Yeah. That was insane.
I could not. And then she was like, so she was also doing this thing, which I hate, when someone is like, wants to say something, but they're like trying to figure out how they can say it without saying it because what they want to say is like, what she wanted to say was like, I wanted to be out there so that like they could tell me that I'm the winner, that I'm the best, that I'm great. But what she said was, I just wanted to be out there not because I thought that I was the best, but because I wanted their critiques. So when Lady Morgana hears that, and as a normal person, she's like, "Oh, she wants critiques on like where to be better," because that's literally what she's saying with her words, is that she wants critiques. Lady Morgana gives her a very simple critique, and then Brigadine looks right back at Lady Morgana and goes, "You want to talk about critiques? Let's talk about why your makeup's awful. You want to talk about my makeup?" And it was like, whoa, whoa. And then when Brigadine saw like the reaction she was getting, he's like, I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, guys. Guys, I'm not reading her. Guys, guys. And that caused Eva LaQueen to be like, okay, well, and went on the branding speech where she's like, I know Maria Summers' brand. Summer. My brand, opulence. Lady Morgana's brand, being an old person. I don't think that's actually what she said. Uh,
I don't know what you said.
Xilouhette being a goth baddie. I don't know what Brigading's whole thing is, but now after the end of the Untucked, we know that it's stirring. We know she's the queen who
Mhm.
stirs because she does it. She does it on Drag Race. She does it on Untucked, and she does it at her home shows. They said like she's the queen
Always
of
looking for
stirring.
drama.
She's the host.
A host of what?
The host of her home shows. Like she hosts the shows
Ah,
to like have that kind of
okay.
power, to have that kind of hostial
Mhm.
power. Anyway, that was my psychoanalysis on the character of Brigading on Drag Race Philippines season 1.
Mhm.
Next
With
up,
all that being said, we're just leaving it on my plate.
I'm sending it back, and she is the last one.
Ooh. Oh wow, awesome.
Well, then I'm
Look at
glad that
that.
we talked a bunch about the drama on her. Then, like this will like help us continue on because now we just have to talk about the winner and the lip sync. We talked about all of
Mhm.
Untucked just right there.
That's true.
I'm going to enjoy the night. I'm going to enjoy the lip sync battle. Because apparently I skipped forward and spoiler alert, this does not happen.
Oh, we forgot to mention earlier on during the critiques. Um, they asked Corazon, "Who would you lip sync against tonight?" She says turing, and then they get to turing. Who would you lip sync against? Corazon.
Well, they did. It
So
was
we
the
just
opposite
knew
way.
which way.
Turin said that I would go against Corazon first.
Oh, whatever. Whatever. The point is, this was produced. The production was productioning in this
The hands were
sequence
in the
here.
pot. They were stirring. They were
And
stirring.
in Untucked, Gigi is like, "Oh, I'm so scared. I'm gonna be in the bottom." And we're just like, "Girl,
Don't worry about
you're
it. You're
don't
fine.
worry. You're not in the bottom too."
Mm-hmm. So they announced that the volume. I can't believe I have to say the volume to figure out who I'm talking about. You've
You've
cursed
broken
me.
you.
You've cursed me.
It's Venus Deluxe or
Venus Deluxe wins
I'll
this
pay attention to how
challenge.
it's said.
Venus Deluxe. And she wins. So yay, get your repeater badge, and she gets a custom Raoul gown,
Mhm.
which like okay.
That's a really cool prize, actually.
Do you think that if Turing won, he would have made her an outfit that hid her monstrous
Oh
form,
my god.
as he would call it?
Oh my god. He would.
He would, and he would. Um, but these two, it is Corazon versus Turin, and they dance the night away. La 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 la. That was for all my Twice fans. Loving that new album. Can't wait for it to come out. Die on bias. Um, and we find out that Turin wins because she simply um does the motherfucking thing and wins the
Yep.
lip sync. Like that was actually such an easy, like her body moving, like she hit that song. And then Corazon takes off her cage dress to reveal the dress she brought from home, so we can get a better look at it. And they send her home, and she calls everyone bastards. And we live to fight another day.
Yeah. That's that.
That's that. That's been our episode of an unqualified review. Everybody say love.
Love.
Love. Everyone say, can I get a gay man? Wait.
Can I get a gay man? Wait, what?
Wait,
Why are we saying that now?
I'm really confused. Wait, can I get a gay man?
Gay man?
Okay. Wait, can I get an M? Wait, what? Why don't
Why
you
are you have
say
so
it?
many requests for me? Can I get an MA?
MA.
MA.
So many
Thank
requests
you,
for you.
everybody.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was a co-host. I didn't know I was like a host. Like I thought this was like a split venture. I thought we were both getting a little bit for this.
Venture is a very large word for what this is. We are just two girlies on a little podcast saying shit for an hour.
And talking about capital investment. So I hope you guys took our investing advice. You will see a lot of money in your portfolio. And make sure to watch Shawn, twitch.tv/Shawn is on. There will be a link in the description for next month where I will be drawing Art Fight. Follow me on Art Fight where I will be drawing your OCs. Thank you guys so much for being here. Bye bye. Oh
Bye.
God. Bye bye.